Hello Year 9 and welcome to the presentation basically about GCSE history at Saltash. What you can see now in front of you gives you an overview summary of the whole course which is covered across the 2-year period. Here you can see that we start with medicine. This is our paper 1 topic and the breadth topic because we cover a time period from 1250 to the present day. This includes one topic about medicine and treatment on the Western Front, 1914 to 1918. We look at the time periods in 4 different sections and focus on the causes, the treatments, and how they try to prevent illness within each time period. There's also a case study for each one, and along the way we look at key individuals such as Hippocrates, Vesalius, and also those such as Jenner. We focus then, as I said, on the medicine that's developed during the years of the First World War on the Western Front. We look here at the conditions in the trenches and the treatments that were developed in order to deal with those injuries and wounds that occurred during the war years. Paper 2 is a depth paper and it is made up of 2 parts. The first part is about a British depth unit and we take the topic of Elizabethan England. And the other part of paper 2 is what is called an international dimension, and we will be looking at supernatural superpower relations and the Cold War 1941 to 1991. In the early Elizabethan topic, we cover the 30-year period when Elizabeth was first in power. In so doing, we look at the problems that she had when she became queen and the changes that took place under her rule. We cover the plots and the battles. There's lots of executions and there's the expansion and development, first of all, of the British Empire. In terms of the Cold War unit, we take a chronological focus and we begin by looking at the origins of the Cold War, how and when it developed, the key parts and events within the Cold War years, from those related to conflict, high points of tension, such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, to those key events which lead to the ultimate end of the Cold War by 1991, with the negotiations between the American President Reagan and the General Secretary of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev. The final topic that we cover at GCSE is the modern depth study, where we look at Weimar Nazi Germany. Although you have covered parts to do with Weimar Nazi Germany during Year 9, we take a much more detailed approach at GCSE, and we cover the development and problems of the Weimar period, and then look at how and why it collapsed. This is then followed by the rise of Hitler, where we'll look in detail at how the Nazis were able to take control and what life was like in Nazi Germany. The time period is from the Weimar 1918, at the end of the First World War, up to the outbreak of the Second World War. As you can see, there are 3 main exam papers at the GCSE. Each of these is about an hour and 15, paper 3 being just an hour and 20 minutes. They are all about the same value. Whilst paper 1 mainly focuses on extended writing and short answer questions, paper 2 has both of the 2 different time periods on the same paper, with similar question stems to paper 1. Question 3 takes a more source-based approach, and you would be making judgments about sources and you would be making judgments about different interpretations of the past. all of which we go through carefully. Thank you for listening. Any questions, please feel free to ask any of your history teachers.